Hey, I'm Ray Parker. I played Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace and Solo, A Star Wars Story, and G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes, and you're listening to Disney Universe Podcast.
We would be honored if you would join us.
To infinity and beyond!
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing. That was all started by a mouse.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 175 of the Disney Universe Podcast. This is your ultimate destination for everything Disney adult, Star Wars, Marvel, Pixar, Muppets, Disney parks, and of course,
Predator.
This episode,
Predator.
Yeah, yes,
An alien.
or another P word, pirates, as in Disney pirates. Yeah, actually, the Predator looks awesome. Check out Hulu, that animated movie.
That's not a P word.
Predator.
Pirates.
I'm confused, but
It's a
we are here.
R word. R.
Yes.
Yeah.
This episode will be rated R. Today, as of recording, it is July 21st. Yesterday was the actual 75th anniversary of the classic Walt Disney live-action movie Treasure Island, inspired generations and generations of Disney piratey love. So we're going to be kind of celebrating not just the groundbreaking film at the time, but we're also going to be talking about some of our favorite pirate offerings at the parks and even on the big screen. We did this a couple years ago, but I think we just kind of spit fired this. This is going to be a little bit more structured, and it's, like I mentioned, a little bit more celebratory. But before we get to that, let me bring you to our two awesome co-hosts. Well, as I've been blabbering, this is Joey, one of your co-hosts. Of course, I'm joined by my two awesome co-hosts, Ryan and Alex. What's up, fellas?
What up?
I would like to note that while it is the 75th anniversary of the movie, it is the 260th anniversary of when the movie took place.
Yes, absolutely. I got a couple little stats that we'll bring up. But before we get to that, let's do some of our mousekeeping. So we could not do this episode or the show on the Podverse or YouTube without the help of some very special crew. Alex, who are those crew?
It's the most blimey crew in the whole universe. The DU crew. These 7 scallywags are the slimiest, slipperiest, best, most exciting shipmates you could ever want on your pirate crew. And we got them. And if you want to join them too, join us at patreon.com/DU crew. There it is. The scallywags of Alfredo, Jacob, Wedge Antilles, Florida Jen, Salah MJ 1995, our good scallywag Tyler, King of the Bags, and John Z. We love them all. They're the greatest crew. No scurvy there, best be true. And sharing all the rum rations through and through with the greatest DU crew. Join them. Patreon.com/DU crew. 2 tiers of pirate treachery to be abound. Arr.
That was awesome. I love how the finger hooks turned into dual finger hooks at times too. That was really awesome.
Makes it hard to eat spaghetti, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay. But if you got corn on the cob, that'd be perfect. And our DU's in the weird spot. if you're watching on YouTube. I just noticed that, but I'll see if I can fix that. But until then, Ryan, if people just, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. But for people just falling into our show,
it's all good.
Yeah. People just finding us through Walt's Apartment Productions. Where can they interact with us and maybe want to listen if they don't love seeing these three beautiful faces?
Yeah. Oh, we got a double DU TV going on now.
Hey.
Yeah. So if you're listening to us on Walt's Apartment Productions, you can head over to YouTube and check out DU TV. You can see us there twice sometimes. Just because it was a logo joke. Yeah, and we do some live sometimes, and Joey's got some cool trip videos up there and some ride-throughs and shows. And if you want to interact with us, see our posts, more up-to-date stuff, you can head over to Instagram and search up the Disney Universe podcast, and we will be there. And if you're watching us right now, but you want to listen to us at work, you can head over to Spotify or Apple and check out Walt's Apartment Productions. They got some good shows over there. They got extra Magic Hour and Imagine That and some other good stuff. So check us out. Check them out. Get through your day at work with us.
We got shows dropping, seems like every day over at Walt's Apartment Network. So, yes. Join us, shall you?
Yeah, very happy to be there. And we are even. But speaking of Walt's Apartment Productions, we got some fun stuff in the works we're planning here. So more on those very soon. But let's get into this. So, like I said, yesterday, as of recording, Sunday, July 20th, was the 75th anniversary of Treasure Island. And in the middle of this, I'm like, you know what? Let's celebrate. And I know we could have done a Disneyland 70th episode, but I figured let's do something different. And we actually, I believe we all watched it, rewatched it. And if Ryan was the first time he was watching it, I believe so. We'll hear his little review here shortly. But one thing I do want to mention is this was based on the novel written by Robert Louis Stevenson that was written in 1883. Was an instant classic. This is Treasure Island is known as one of the most famous novels ever written, and it spawned a whole like pirate fascination through novels and comics and radio serials in the early days. And if you don't know what those are, if you ever watch Christmas Story, instead of TV, they listen to radio shows and programming, and pirate shows are very popular. Walt Disney was a very big pirate fan in the early days. So it was no surprise that he actually, when he decided to dip into live action movie making after making a name for himself with animation, that this was going to be the first Disney live action film, and it was an instant classic. And it the main stars were Bobby Driscoll and Robert Newton. So for those of you that like, hey, that Bobby Driscoll, that name sounds familiar. Well, just a few years before Treasure Island, I should have wrote the name, but he was the young boy, the lead character in Song of the South. And then this was his second movie, and this kind of made him a little bit more popular and stuff as a child actor. But about 3 years after this, he's better known to be the voice of Peter Pan in the animated classic Peter Pan that goes down to Disney. So this was a movie that I've always loved pirates. And it's funny because Robert Newton, he was kind of like the father of, we'll just say, Talk Like a Pirate. It's popular now, Talk Like a Pirate Day, the ARGs and Blow Me Down and Shiver Me Timbers. That all came from him, because if you ever watched any pirate movies with Errol Flynn and other action stars before this, like in the 30s and 40s, they were their dialogue was very British and proper and stuff. So he came out with this movie because I forget where he was from in England, but he was doing kind of like a background on there was a book that kind of talked about which each character was from, and Long John Silver was from an area where he was from, and the dialogue is very similar to this style of language, maybe with a little embellishment. So, but after this came out, that's where we got all the the pirates that we hear and the attraction and cartoons and pretty much ever since. So
I think he kind of sounds like
I just want to know
the Geordie Shore. Have you heard of the Geordie Shore? No,
I have, but I can't put my finger on it right now. Can you
I couldn't tell you where it is, but it basically is like the British Jersey Shore.
No.
So
I think it might
maybe that's the part of England he's from. I don't know. We'll check it.
So
and, be able to talk about it in the comments. But Long John Silver, the first Geordie Shore party guy.
I don't know if Alex, this was the first time you saw it, but I do want to show people the original trailer or an early trailer just to give them an idea of what they were doing back in the day. So let's check it out.
Walt Disney, whose artistry marked a new era in motion picture entertainment, now sets a new milestone with his first all-live action feature, Treasure Island, the story which thrilled 200 million readers throughout the world. Only Walt Disney could bring to realistic life, and with such dramatic impact, Robert Louis Stevenson's memorable characters. Long John Silver, portrayed by that world-famous star, Robert Newton.
We can take this ship right now. Then I say cut their throats. And I say there'll be no killing till I gives the word. Shipmates.
Shipmates.
Bobby Driscoll, the 1949 Academy Award winner for his outstanding performances in The Window and So Dear to My Heart, plays Jim Hawkins, the boy who faced 1,000 dangers.
One more step, Mr. Hands, and I'll blow your brains out.
Oh! Yes, they're all here. Pompous Squire Trelawney, Captain Smollett, Dr. Livesey, the murderous Black Dog, rum-swigging Billy Bones, the villainous Blind Pew, and poor Ben Gunn, marooned on Treasure Island.
That was a pretty cool trailer.
I was just going to say, if they do another Pirates of the Caribbean, that'd be pretty awesome if they tried to tribute doing it in like a trailer in that style. That would be fun.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So when we were watching this, I know it was Ryan's first time. Alex, was this your first time or have you seen it before?
First time, for sure.
Nice. So I'm going to ask you guys both this then. So being that we're 75 years in, what were your initial thoughts when you saw this old 1950 movie?
Ryan?
I'll go. Yeah. I thought it was a lot of fun. I was like expecting, like, okay, I gotta watch this old movie, but I was like, oh wow, this is a blast. And I'll get into all my thoughts. There's some like funny continuity errors that like when the boy, I'm gonna forget his name, Jim Hawkins gets the knife thrown, and it's like up here, and then when they go fix him up, they're like fixing his arm down here. So I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, like this is just a cute little story. Not too hard to follow. Like I'm for sure gonna show Walt this one day. I can see like a lot of influence on Barbossa's character and a couple others from Pirates of the Caribbean, from Long John Silver's like the performance. Definitely like a lot of the mannerisms and just like the way they a couple of the characters in the newer Pirates movies seem like complete copies of him, which is why not, it worked. So yeah, I thought it was just like a fun little, made some popcorn, had a Darth Maul Coke, and just sat back, and it was very enjoyable.
Yeah. Nice.
Did they get Robert Newton to do the voice of the Barker pirate in Pirates of the Caribbean? Because it was initially, right when he starts talking, that's what it reminded me of. That I guess the old Barker pirate from the auction scene. Or I guess he's still there, right? Is Red just joins him? What I be? 10 for 10, 10 for a hen. That guy.
A lot of the sound bites.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Show him your larboard side.
A lot of the sound bites from the movie, I could just hear being in the ride.
Like you said, Barbosa and that pirate came to mind. But yeah, it's a classic. It's awesome. I remember hearing that it was the first live action Disney film, and watching it. It's kind of cool. I love the way they incorporate the matte painting art for the depth of scenes. That's super cool. Peter Ellenshaw, I believe, is the artist, and I had heard that name before through Star Wars stuff. But it was cool. It was a cool movie. Watching that trailer just now, I was like, Bobby Driscoll won Academy Awards? Was it a special child actor category, or did they call him Best Actor in 1949? I know we probably don't have that.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
That was the biggest from the trailer. I was like, what?
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, because I forgot to mention "So Dear to My Heart" is another Disney movie. So.
Yeah. And also Bobby Driscoll, Disney legend. Yeah,
I believe so. I know that he's. I mean, the whole thing from the Rescue Rangers, when they're making fun of Peter Pan, that he aged out, but that was a lot of his career after Peter Pan.
True, though.
But I mean, watching this for the first time in. What was that?
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, rewatching this for the first time in years, it still holds up. 75 years now. I mean, it's obviously an old movie, but I even had to warn Ryan. I'm like, all right, don't be bothered by the overacting. That's how things were done in the 40s and 50s. But hearing that you liked it, I mean, I think that's really awesome. And I mean, this movie inspired like a whole, just a lot of even the pirate fairs that we see these days, and other stuff we're going to be talking about later. But, and like I said, this story is one of the most popular stories, like keeping it in the Disney universe. We have two other iterations of this that are just as popular. Oh, maybe one of them for sure. 1996, Muppet Studios brought us the Muppet Treasure Island, which a lot of people, similar to Muppet Christmas Carol, is their favorite version of this particular story. Starring Tim Curry as Long John Silver, played him classically, as you can imagine. And of course, one of my most favorite movies, underrated movies, is
the introduction of my favorite Muppet, Pepe the King Prawn, as well. Yeah,
I believe so. Yes, that was his first showing. So, and also one of my favorite Muppets. And of course, in 2002, Treasure Planet, the animated version feature, which was kind of like Treasure Island in the future in space and stuff. And I thought it worked. So, but I just love the story. I'm not much of a reader, but I have the novel. I've read it numerous times, and I even have the audiobook where I want to listen to that. But I just really, this movie. So this was the beginning of my love for pirates, because I saw Goonies, and then after that, my dad showed me Treasure Island, and I've just always been hooked on everything pirates because of those. To this day, even. But so I'm just glad that you guys liked it too. It's like I know how Ryan is with old movies. Like, oh, I wasn't around. I'm like, well, no shit, I wasn't around 75 years either, but still like it.
Are you sure? Just kidding.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it's cool watching things like that, and then seeing connections that of other things that you already knew, whether it be Disney pirates or parks things, or just that. For me, having recently watched Treasure Planet, seeing the connections of names that they reused in that story, ones that they changed slightly, things like that. Ben Gunn, he's a wild one for sure.
You guys have
you think he influenced Yoda, the way Yoda talked?
Possibly, especially the way the actor played him in this iteration.
Yeah, totally.
You guys have
We're saying right?
Long John Silver's food chain out there, right? In the States?
It's not super prevalent anymore.
Yeah, they're kind of
There is
filtered
one in
out.
my neighborhood. Yeah, there's one right up the street here.
And based off the movie, I'm guessing?
Well,
I mean-
probably more the novel, but
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
The character being a seafaring ship captain, and obviously to that end, not a good guy, but not a bad guy. Maybe worse guy than good, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That's definitely something to talk about. I think that's kind of the crux of the whole movie,
He could have killed that kid multiple times.
Well, he did kill other
Oh, yeah.
people multiple times too.
Yeah.
Justice for Arrow, man.
Yeah.
but he
know,
did
it's
have a
funny
really big
about-
appreciation for Jim, and
What's funny about Arrow and Treasure Planet is that my introduction to him was a Lorcana card. So I generally assumed he was a bad guy, And then I watch it and see that he's just kind of like a stern dude who's holding it down as the first mate. And then to see what happens, I'm like, man, what's going on? Similarly, in the original, Justice for Arrow, man. He just likes good food and good drink. Also, like, the Arrow wouldn't
yeah,
have
can't
fell
get
for
wrong,
that.
nothing wrong with that.
Arrow wouldn't have fell for that. Am I wrong? Like, given the character and how like strict and where he was as being a agent for the captain to keep the ship right, he just is like a Yogi Bear thing with a pie in front of him.
I don't get that reference.
Yeah.
We didn't have Yogi Bear out here.
Basically, they just
Mikey
whipped a pretty girl in front of him, and he went like this and forgot about everything else he was doing.
Gotcha.
That's the Tex Avery version, if you will.
So one thing, again, after rewatching it, well, first of all, last couple of years, I've been saying I think that Disneyland should bring back face characters like Davy Crockett and Zorro, and even the Lone Ranger, like from the original Lone Ranger, we could tie it in the movie, just because it'd be fun. So if they had somebody playing Robert Newton walking around, I think would be just amazing. And I got one more before we kind of move on to other pirates, unless you guys have anything else to bring up. I have another little tie-in, and a couple years ago, I don't know if it was Showtime or Stars put out Black Sails. It was a show, a pirate show, a very R-rated pirate show. So don't plan on watching that with your kids if you want to check it out. But it was basically the prequel to Treasure Island. It was 4 seasons in, and the Disney. There's a couple Disney tie-ins. One of the main characters, she's in charge of one of the taverns in Nassau. She played a very small role in Maleficent, but she was Aurora's mom. But she was in it. But do you guys know who Brad Kane is?
It sounds
that
as
name
the
ring a
voice
bell?
of somebody from Aladdin, right?
The singing voice of Aladdin, yes.
There we go.
It's Brad Kane. And he actually was a writer on the first season or two of Black Sails. So if you want to see kind of like introduction to some of these characters like Billy Bones and Captain Flint, Long John Silver, check it out. It's on Netflix right now. Like I said, be sure if you're with your kids, don't watch it with them unless you don't mind them seeing very.
You said it's on Netflix?
I believe it is on Netflix right now. Yes. It's a good watch. I really enjoy it. Yeah.
Sex and pirates.
So check.
Let's go.
Sex, pirates, and violence, and a whole lot of it. So
I first heard about this show when we were talking about it over at Dark Heart Brewing, our favorite local pirate themed brewery. Shout out Dark Heart and their new location in Sacramento. But yeah, I didn't have a Black Sails cutout there.
Yeah.
Was that John Silver? Do you recall?
I think it was Flint. And because the original poster had like as a silhouette of Flint like climbing up and sword fighting with a skeleton.
You could have told me whatever. It wouldn't have made a difference. But they had it. It was a thing. That was my first knowledge of Black Sails and knowledge that it is an adult pirate show. I imagine like Game of Thrones in a pirate's life sort of thing.
Exactly. Perfectly.
Hey.
Right. So, And it's only 4 seasons long, and I was hoping they were actually going to make a Treasure Island movie based off like a continuation of the show. Like that was going to be the finale, and they never got around to doing that, unfortunately. But pretty awesome show, so check it out. And
We'll
like I
have
said,
to
I believe it is.
dude with the sign outside Comic-Con and be like, make Black Sails Treasure Island happen.
Exactly. Most but like I said, this spawned a whole entire love and just like infatuation with pirates, so much that, you know, after 10 years of Disneyland, Walt always wanted to do something piratey in the parks. And when they were getting the idea for New Orleans Square, what better place to put a little walkthrough, pirate walkthrough. So yeah, if Alec, I don't know if you had anything written down or anything planned, but kind of what came in the next generation of Disney pirates.
No, yeah, nothing. Just obviously that clearly inspiration. I mean, as we mentioned earlier, John Silver's character, played by Robert Newton, seems to be the inspiration for all piratry that we know today. And Pirates of the Caribbean, nonetheless, which is cool because for a lot of people, I think that Pirates of the Caribbean is their introduction to all piratry. So to see the kind of root of where that comes from. But yeah, I mean, obviously Pirates of the Caribbean is one of the most classic and hallowed, not just Disney rides, but theme park attractions anywhere, as far as, you know, the way they set the scene in the bayou and, you know, the using the drops to take you physically in the real world to the place they need to have the show building to create these amazing sets and scenes and make you forget that you are in fact riding a boat ride in a theme park in Anaheim. Yeah, from the bones you get before to the live pirates pillaging throughout the ride, and you know what was kind of lighthearted and funny, similar to the Haunted Mansion, which came after it, way to look at, you know, as we know from watching John Silver do his thing, not necessarily good guys, but not necessarily that bad of guys as well, which in reality means they are bad guys, but we are, as the viewer, trained to or made to find favor with them. And the whole plot and story of Treasure Island is that in that pirates, who are these scumbags who just come and take and, you know, wreak havoc and leave a trail of fire and blood in their wake, made to be a sympathetic character and a character who's adventurous and, you know, somebody that people would want to be and join because they're singing this great song, yo ho, pirates fly for me, yo ho, and a bottle of rum. So yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, as Disney fans, and I think we could all say foremost Disney park fans, you know, it is a cornerstone of, you know, pirate lore, but Treasure Island is, you know, the thing that kind of set the stage for that. So for me, just coming fresh off watching this movie about 24 hours ago, I think that's really cool to see all the influence, as I mentioned in the intro, you know, even what I haven't bothered to try and Googleplex yet, but even to sounding like Robert Newton doing the voice of that Barker pirate in the auction scene, which I feel like I had heard something, if not he doing it, that whoever did do it tried to model their voice exactly after him, and they hit it spot on. But yeah, shout out to Pirates of the Caribbean, the last attraction Walt worked on, or one of the last things he was working on before he passed away, and forever, you know, a cornerstone of Walt's legacy as a theme park creator, and, you know, his past as a filmmaker and just a subject that he was passionate about.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why I've always loved pirates. I don't know, there's just something that felt very personal about it. Then growing up, getting into more of the history and stuff and seeing how much attached to it, and just watching those old behind the scenes of him with the Disney ambassador, going through the mock-ups and the the little, where you could the POV of like what it's going to look like and everything, to the after he passed, they had the opening of it. But I love seeing the video of them with that's also around the time they had the pirates on the river ship Columbia, or sailing ship Columbia. And so they had people, they're going around, and the pirates showed up on the canoes, took over, then they hold people hostage, and they get off, and then they head towards the opening of Pirates and open it up. It's a whole little like production. Is really cool though. I believe
That's
you can
on
see it
Disney
online.
Plus, right? Is it? It's part of the holidays at Disneyland video or something video. One of those, or maybe I don't know. I might have saw it
That
online.
or the 10 years.
The 10-year anniversary, one of them. It's definitely something I've seen, worth watching and looking up if you haven't. The opening of Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland Park, and definitely making you say, "Wow, they don't do it like that anymore."
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, this always like you always hear about Pirates of Haunted Mansion. They're always in everybody's top of the list of favorite attractions, and they're original too. The original stories. So, I mean, we got the Existencio song, and we got, just the gags, everything. And I know there's always that little, when they're on the bayou at the beginning, you got the guy on the lawn chair, or not the lawn chair, but the rocking chair. And I don't know, there's that theory that like he's an old pirate, like an old survivor. And there's even stories of him being SEA too, but I won't get into that.
That's
as you're
old Susanna on the banjo, right? Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom. Yeah. and just a whole thing about like he either as you pass him, he's either passing away, he's on his last breath and going back to the or he's just dreaming about the days of being pirates. I don't know. There's different, so many theories right now. Plus the whole like Lafitte's Landing. I want to do a deep dive on that whole connection with that and Rivers of America and Haunted Mansion, but that's another show. But I know we're going to talk about the movie shortly, but I just want to know, Ryan, do you remember the ride before they added the movie elements? Or were you still a little too young for that?
I think I do, but I don't know if I do. Because I just watched it so many times, so I don't know if it's like my memory or YouTube memory. But
no, that's fair.
What year did they switch it? Like 2005?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Just before the Dead Man's Chest came out.
Yeah. I was probably like around 10. But I know I went on it multiple times when it was the original, but yeah.
Well, that's cool. And like I said, it's a classic soundtrack. I'm jealous of, we all have our opinions and they're all similar to the one in the Magic Kingdom. I won't say it sucks. I was told that was too it's just short.
It's a trailer
to the Disneyland one, but yeah, exactly. But they are getting a Pirates Tavern, Beacon Barrel, and I believe that will be opening in the next week or so. So I will be definitely excited to check this out in December when we head over to the Disney World.
And then they can drown their sorrows about how much their pirate sucks with a drink at the Beacon Barrel. I don't care who said that. It sucks. It's still Pirates of the Caribbean, I guess. But at the end of the day, if we are comparing rides that have an alternate across the coast, it is by far the biggest disparity in the rides of any of them.
Their lineup is
next closest is Buzz Lightyear.
Their queue is way better.
True.
Their ride sucks.
Yeah, okay. The queue is better, but our queue's short, isn't it? Especially now that they've taken Fast Pass away. It's back to being a walk-on all the time.
I like my Fast Pass.
Why?
Because I feel fancy.
But you don't need it for a ride. You don't need it for Monsters, Inc., Little Mermaid, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Monsters Inc. gets busy.
That is true.
They're selling you tap water. They're selling you tap water. Give me my tinfoil hat and I'll Charlie Day this all night. Charlie Day it all night, people. That's a t-shirt in the future. It'll be the Charlie Day meme
That is
with my face on it.
Yeah, let's see that. I want to see that. But yeah, like I said, this attraction has been so popular, so that nearly at the time was just under 50 years, maybe closer to 45. But Disney is like, you know what? Let's start making movies about some of our most popular attractions. And literally in the same calendar year, they had Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. And the funny thing is, Disney actually had more hope and thought the successful movie was going to be Haunted Mansion, and did that flip. But we did get.
That's one of the greatest Disney movies of all time, next to Country Bear.
Yeah, we're not talking about that right now, though. We're talking about Curse of the Black Pearl, which came out in the summertime, and then Haunted Mansion came out in the holiday fall.
I'll actually give Ryan that it's not that bad of a movie, but the disparity in what they expected versus what they got from Pirates of the Caribbean, I mean, yeah. Whoa. Could you imagine if that was like two people whose jobs depended on it? It's like, I'm pitching you this. I'm pitching you this. Okay, one of you guys is going to be with this company next year, and the other one isn't. And like the guy who pitched the Haunted Mansion movie is like, we better pack your bags, Marshall, because it looks like you're not going anywhere. Johnny Depp as a pirate? Who's going to buy that? Come on.
We got Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. The signed, sealed, delivered. It's gold. Fast forward. It's just interesting.
But like I said, we got Curse of the Black Pearl.
Yes. So Curse of the Black Pearl came out July 9th, 2003. One of my first memories in a movie theater. I was 7 years old. Starring the amazing cast of Johnny Depp, Keira Knightley, Orlando Bloom, Jeffrey Rush, and many more. Zoe Saldana is in it. That's got to be like one of her first roles, right? Like memorable roles.
Yeah, this was like right around, either right before or just after, like Drumline, the Nick Cannon movie.
Add another one to the Zoe Saldana box office, right?
You got to.
I feel like I've seen it before, but she has got to be the highest grossing actor based on films that they've been in,
Well,
Avatar,
as of
Avengers, Guardians.
I think after the last Jurassic Park, Scarlett Johansson is the new king of the box office.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson.
That's an abacus I don't need to pull out, but I don't know.
No, I think it's just facts.
she was only in the first pirate movie. Zoe was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember any others.
She was one of the crazy crew that Gibbs formed.
I know. I wonder what the story with that is. If she, if they didn't ask her back, or if she was too big a star at that point. Some.
Yeah, because she really blew up like around the second and third movie.
But yeah,
career wise,
there's a great movie, and it's another movie that for its 75th anniversary, I'm sure Disney podcasters after us will be making a show about, and for like so on. It's a great movie. It's like I don't know. There's nothing I would change from it.
What do we got? Like 50 more years till that anniversary? 55.
Yeah, we just had the 20th like 2 years ago. So
okay, so yeah, for 48 years or what? No, 43 years. 53.
This was a movie that I remember seeing this on opening night and was instantly drawn. It wasn't. A lot of people thought it was going to be the little, it's a Disneyland pirate movie, and then finding out exactly it was a violent movie. It was a true pirate movie to its core. The thing I loved about it, I mentioned this before and multiple times on the show, but I love that in every pirate movie, show, whatever you watch, they're always in search for the treasure and stuff. This movie flipped that, and the pirates are trying to get rid of the treasure. And I thought that was just it's cursed treasure, obviously, but I just thought that was brilliant. And I remember this was very similar to when Michael Keaton was first cast as Batman. People were like, that is probably one of the worst castings or dumbest castings ever. And that, obviously was a great casting. When Johnny Depp was cast as Pirate, we didn't even know his name. They're like, Johnny Depp, he's done. He hasn't done like a live action or a big budget movie, in years. He's doing all these indie movies. And I think he did a few Burton movies. Here he did like Sleepy Hollow. But his introduction to the movie, I put two character introductions as the top in Hollywood. It's Jack Sparrow's introduction and the Joker in Dark Knight's introduction were some of the best opening scenes to a character in movie history. And I mean, his character has been iconic. 4 sequels and a rumored 6th movie. They were working on another one, and they had the whole issue with his ex-wife, which we won't really get into. But it kind of screwed him up for that. But rumors are he's coming back if the 6th movie does happen, even if it's going to be a reboot or whatever. But I mean, the movies, again, like Alex mentioned with Pirates of the Caribbean being in a whole generation's introduction to pirates, Disney pirates. These movies are also the next generation of introduction to pirates. And it was so popular that they incorporated movie characters and music and scenes into the attractions. And even Shanghai, their whole Pirate of the Caribbean is completely based on the movies characters. So that just shows how much people love this world of Disney pirates, and they're historic. I mean, whatever, they're amazing. I hope we do get a 6 pirates if it's done right, of course. But yeah, I love all the movies. What about you guys?
Pirate movies are great. I dig them all. I remember being at Disneyland when the 3rd one came out, and they hosted the world premiere screening on the Rivers of America. I did not get to watch it, but from what I'm told, Johnny Depp was eating at Club 33 above us while we were at the Blue Bayou. So there's that. But yeah, nice. Pirates, the movies are great. I throw them in for a rewatch every now and again. I don't think until recently I realized the first 3 are kind of a trilogy or even a 2-part where the second part is a big 2-parter. But yeah, super fun. I agree. I do feel that we might have missed our window where a pirate movie can really hit with Johnny Depp, but I look forward to being proved wrong just as we were when he was first cast in the role.
Yeah. I think it's going to be, if we have like the original trilogy, like 3, Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley and Johnny Depp as rumored to all come back and they do a good job, I think that movie's going to kill. I'm like a sucker for Pirates of the Caribbean, so that's just my biased opinion, but I think it's going to do great whenever it comes out. Or if they end up doing the Disney Plus show that was also rumored, but I'm sure at a D23 event we'll find out all this info.
I will plan a cruise around that movie coming out. I'll tell you that. Because we were just talking earlier. Joe just recently went on a cruise, Joe and Courtney, of which you'll be able to see over at Elements of Fun YouTube. Not Disney, but Disney-related cruises. They do offer a movie theater where they show new Disney releases. And we were saying right now, Disney's got a bunch of stuff out there. You know, if you go on a cruise in a couple weeks, you'll have... Anyway, down the rabbit hole. But if and when this new Pirates of the Caribbean happens, I would book a Disney cruise to watch the movie, as they are known for their pirate nights at sea, which are always a good time as well. I love seeing my favorite Disney influencers try and put the bandana on in some way that still looks cool. I'm trying to be cool with the bandana man. But yeah, I look forward to it. You know me, I always especially content. I'm not going to shit on it. It's got to be really bad, like Florida's Pirates of the Caribbean ride. It's got to be that bad.
Oh man, yeah. Dead Men Tell No Tales really did end with a great chance for a continuation with the original characters, and I don't think we're going to get that. Unfortunately, I think they're going to go a whole new way. Because one of the rumors is Margot
Robbie
taking the lead, and if that does, I want to see a story about Red. I think that'd be a good story, a familiar story for people. I actually, as much as I love her, I thought Karen Gillan would be an awesome Red if they went that way too. But and we talked about D23 when they officially announced Dead Man Tell No Tales. Johnny Depp came out in full Jack Sparrow costume, and it was, to see that live was just bonkers. So
I bet.
I have a friend who was there the day that he was inserted into the ride, and that would be bonkers as well.
I missed that by like a week.
Well, I missed it by a whole summer, but one of our good friends, Jess, we know her from she was part of the Leave It Today podcast, Storybook Jess. She was actually working at the parks when they did the premiere, so I think she saw either At World's End or Dead Man's Chest premiere, I think.
Nice.
We should get her on and find out. That we should have had her on this episode, dang it. But one of the cool things for those who haven't seen it, which I don't know who hasn't seen it by now, but it's weird because it's already happened like almost 10 years ago. But Johnny Depp showed up in full costume in Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland. I believe he did this twice actually, but let's watch it. It's a fun little video of one of the times you wish you were at Disneyland, especially riding pirates. Great music.
Whoa. That's a robot, bro. Everybody drop your weapons and put your hands up. Hands up. Yeah, give me all your cash and that camera. I've been expecting you for hours. Oh my God. My name is Captain Jack Sparrow. Hello, and I would like to swim to you, jump in your boat. What the hell? Who wants rum? So do I. Bring it. Does the sword make my thumb look big? Yeah. Naughty. Oh my God. I want you all to know that today is the day that you almost Captain Jack Sparrow. Anyone got a key?
That's
He
amazing.
got locked out. That's funny.
That would have been just awesome. But hello. Sorry. I was hearing something from YouTube in my ears. But before we go, I feel like we wouldn't be doing our job without mentioning Disneyland's newest pirate. He's a space pirate in Galaxy's Edge, one Hondo Ohnaka. One of our favorite Star Wars characters of the Disneyland, our Disney era, voiced by Jim Cummings. And I love that they put him in this attraction. So shout out to Hondo, our favorite space pirate. So
yeah, and if we're talking about space pirates, definitely check out Skeleton Crew as well. A lot of influences from Treasure Island, Pirates of the Caribbean, the Goonies, all the pirate culture that started with Disney's first live action film, the Treasure Island.
Yeah, so I am really glad that you guys really enjoyed it. I mean, I know, like Ryan said, it's hard to, watch a 75-year-old movie for the first time, being an adult, something that, a lot of kids are introduced to. So the fact that you both enjoyed it, I thought was amazing. And I feel proud, old podcaster Papa moment.
Give us another
for
movie.
You guys, but
it's wild for that being the first live action film. And there are other good live action old Disney ones. I always say Parent Trap's one of my favorites, but hard act to follow, from the sets to the characters. I mean, in the very beginning, just watching, the horse-drawn carriages and things come through the town, I was like, this is like they hit it spot on with Pirates of the Caribbean emulating this movie. And as you
with
said,
the betrayals and backstabbings and
it was great. I wouldn't be opposed. Are there any other retellings other than the two Disney ones we know of, like film wise?
I believe there has been like made for TV versions. There's been like BBC versions. There has been a number of
It's about time for Disney to turn it back on that one. I mean,
and like I said,
you're just giving us live action versions of everything else. Give us another live action.
There was a
and like I was saying, I
sorry,
I saw that one on MDB, the 1990 version. I think it was a TV movie or something. I can't remember.
Okay, so the biggest ones have been the Disney releases for the most part.
Yeah.
Most
notable. And like I
notable.
said, I'm really hoping that they would have done it from the Black Sails cast, but oh well. But check that out because it's awesome. But I hope you guys enjoyed this swashbuckling episode. It was a lot of fun. I love talking pirates. Always, like I said, one of my favorite things in the world are just pirate stories and everything. So that's why in the early days on All Aboard, I was known as Yo-Ho Joe. Still am sometimes. So, but yeah, thank you guys. We'll see you guys very soon. But once again, we could not do this show without some very special people, special crew. And I named them the crew because it was very piratey. And so it kind of ties in. Who's that crew?
Arr! We're swashbuckling all the way home with the greatest crew that ever sailed the seven seas of podcasting, and that's the DU crew. Big shout outs to Florida Jen, Tyler, Wedge Antilles, Jacob, Salah MJ 1995, John Z, and Alfredo. You are the best that there be, and extra rum rations go to thee. If you want to join the ranks of the DU crew, head on over to patreon.com/DU crew for all the Shiver Me Timbers details. Arr!
Awesome. And once again, Ryan, where can people interact with us?
You can interact with us over on Instagram at Disney Universe Podcast. If you're listening and you like to watch, head over to YouTube and search up the DUTV. And if you're watching and you'd like to listen, head over to Spotify and check out the Walt's Apartment Productions.
And if you're watching and wish you were just listening because of what you just saw from me, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're so piratey. With that attitude. Arr. So, pirate joke to end the show. What is a pirate's favorite letter?
Q.
C.
Did you say Q?
Yeah, I don't know. I was, trying to curveball me on this one. You want me to say R, but I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, C for there.
What about you, Ryan?
Is it Black Dot?
Black Spot. They didn't do that dance in Treasure Island though. It was just a piece of paper. So the joke is it's the C they love.
I know what I'm getting everyone for Valentine's Day now.
Black Spot.
Black Spot?
Yeah, a little black spot on the Bible.
The Bible.
See, John Silver wasn't down with putting the black spot on the Bible, i.e., he's a good guy.
Yes.
He's face.
He's face.
That's a good point.
He's seen a heel.
Okay.
He's seen a heel.
Alrighty, guys. Well, once again, hope you enjoyed the show and this piratey episode. If you're going to the new Beacon Barrel at Disney World, let us know how it is. Take some pictures, tag us in it. We'd love to see it. Talking to you, Florida Jen. Hope you and Joe get to see it. Check it out soon. And anybody else, my niece Tori, you guys check it out. Let us know. But I guess until next time,
may the force be with you.
Till infinity and beyond.
Show us your larboard side.